Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. And I had up alone, I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls seem polite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect.
Wagwan people, and welcome back to another episode of the Malaga Save here on my channel. Last episode, unfortunately, our winning streak would come to an end in the league. However, we did still pick up two big wins over Levante and Espanyol. We did end up then getting thrashed by Sociedad and Barca, but it was kind of expected since Sociedad are flying high at the top of the table, and obviously Barca are Barca, they got a lot more quality than what we have. In this episode, we play Betis, Celta Vigo and Villarreal, and this is now the third penultimate episode. I know that doesn't really make any sense the way I've just worded that, but that's how it's come out in my head. Yeah, 3 episodes left to go. We have 3 games in this episode, so we'll get straight into training and get straight into the Betis game. Alright, here we are coming into the game against Betis. We do have a national team offer, but obviously we're going to turn that down because we're not interested in managing a national team in this save at least. Progress report, which is probably just them saying we haven't done something. As you can see, our manager rating has fallen because we haven't hit many of the objectives that the board have asked us to do, so not great from us, but we've hit some of them, so we're not doing too bad, not doing too well either. We do have a press conference to get into before this one though, so let's get that done quickly. Hi everyone, we're going to get underway with questions whenever you're ready to fire them off. You were tipped to be in the relegation battle this season, however your recent form has seen you shoot up the table and see you sat in 12th position. Do you feel as though now that you have successfully staved off relegation? We've worked incredibly hard this season. I always said that I felt confident in our ability to pick up points in the latter stages, and we had a little bit of a rough start to the season, but we've really kind of left that form completely in the past now. I don't want to say yet that I feel as though we're safe. The marker for me has always been around that 40 to 45 point mark where I feel we will guarantee our safety in this league next season. But currently sitting where we are, I believe we're on around 36 points. I think we're pushing towards that end. Obviously, that is all we've been aiming for so far this season. Currently sat in 12th place. You have to say it's an unexpected rise in the second half of the season from us that you wouldn't have predicted for us at the beginning of the season, but the exponential rise that we have seen ourselves on and the win streaks that we have seen ourselves on have obviously helped us to this position. You suffered 2 pretty heavy defeats to Sociedad and Barcelona in your last 2 games. Can you talk about how that's affected the team? Look, we are aware there's still a pretty big quality gap between the teams that are fighting for the title and for Champions League spots and us, so we weren't really too surprised. I wasn't overly happy, obviously, with taking such heavy losses, but to be fair, we weren't overly surprised by the fact that Barca and Sociedad managed to come out on top of us in those games. But look, it's all about playing to your strengths. We didn't necessarily take advantage of our strengths in those games, and now we just have to take it back down to basics, go back round again, try again in the next 3 games that we have coming up here, and hopefully we can pick up results in these games. Following on from that, again, can you not see that there may be a loss of confidence from 2 such heavy defeats? We've built an unbelievable amount of confidence just purely from how we've performed recently, so I really can't see that, even though they were bigger losses, I can't see that affecting the team around too much. I think these boys now are motivated to have as strong a finish to the season as possible, and I am also motivated to make sure that we have as high a finish as possible. Well, if the board and anyone else can just keep me in mind, because, you know, since my Barrow job ended, I'm looking for a new job, if you wouldn't mind. Yeah. No? Okay. Thanks for the questions, guys. See you after the next game, hopefully. Alright, here we go. Betis, they're currently sat in 5th place, so definitely not going to be an easy game for us. We're going to keep things exactly the way they are. Same with the bench, I think. I might actually bring Marino up to the bench, because I don't think I actually subbed him on when I brought him up to the bench last time out. So we'll bring him up to the bench this time. And yeah, let's get into this game against Betis. To lose, especially as harshly as we did end up losing it, because I don't actually think we played too badly. That is a great hit. That's a great cross. I actually was quite surprised it found all the way through. I thought that was ending top bins, to be honest. Miranda going to try and find Modric. Gyro here with a bit of space. Just takes too long on the shot, though. Silva punches it. Gyro tries to go for the header, but realistically, he was not ever actually getting very close to that. I actually wanted that to go to Gortler, but find Modric here. Casas is cutting. Casas gets inside, does take the shot, but it's a good save by Rui Silva. Don't want this to go towards Danilo, but it has anyway. Onguene now. Tries to volley it backwards. See if we can hit this one. Who was that? Alejandro Francis, I think. It was. Not a bad hit from the former centre-back. And whip this one. Oh, I want that to go towards Onguene. Oh, it's a good header from Danilo, but it's a great save again. Try and lift this one towards Miranda. It's not a great cross, to be honest. Kind of nullifying each other so far. Modric going to try and find the ball to Gyro. However, Jonathan Brooks outpacing him to get back there. Okay. Interesting. Didn't think Jonathan Brooks had that kind of pace in him. He did drop off, to be fair, so he didn't have to catch up that much. Miranda gives the ball away. Gortler has it here. Going to go across to Modric. Find Gyro. He can cut inside and finesse one. We got under it, though. We did have a couple attempts, but nothing too devastating. Danilo is just not reading the play right now. He's a little step off of the play, which is quite disappointing. Half time, you have to say both teams have been quite sloppy. Neither team really deserving to go ahead. Was for when Gortler starts doing stuff like this. So Gortler there, all he has to do is pass the ball. Doesn't even get close to passing it. Casas doesn't make the tackle, but Azpilicueta thankfully does. Casas needs to be doing better and winning the ball there, ideally. Rakic. Or Rakic, apparently. I thought it was Rakic, but I'm wrong. Azpilicueta going across to him. Matias Vargas now. I hate so much when they start doing this. Alejandro Francis for some reason can't clear. Robert Rakic. Good block though from Romero. Couldn't get anywhere near that. Oh, Danilo, that is so bloody poor. How are these not offside? Can someone explain this to me? Right, we do finally manage to get some control over the ball. See if we can chip through Danilo here. He's making the run. And he has got behind his man. And he does strike one. On the break, we do get the goal. Finally a tiny bit of quality. Didn't look like it was going to happen for a little while there because we weren't finding those quality passes. But finally we do get one. And now we do manage to go 1-0 up. We actually get very, very lucky, to be fair. That the centre-back completely misread Edgar there. Completely misread his header. Lets Danilo drop in behind him. Shows good strength, to be fair, Danilo, because Edgar does get back. But manages to hold him off, so impressive from him. But does do well enough there. Miranda can spray this one out to Romero. See, like, stuff like that, Miranda does the job. But those little passes, you know, where you just want someone who has that top quality passing. Oh, Gyro's got to do better on that. Going to bring on Muchangama for Modric now because Modric is tiring. 1 minute added time. We'll have to see how much of an attack they're allowed to have though, because we've heard that before. There we go. We do walk away with a 1... Oh! Don't know what happened there. We do walk away with a 1-0 victory. It's a very close one, to be fair. We did just well enough to earn ourselves a goal. Betis actually only had 2 shots all game, though, so they really didn't deserve to win the game. We are up to 37 points now, though. Level on points with Getafe in 10th. 1 more win, and I have to say, I feel like we're probably safe for the season. We got a couple more training sessions to do before we get into the next one. Borja Iglesias. He is available on a free transfer from Manchester City. He would only be a bench player for me, so I don't know whether that's a little bit too greedy, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, and if he'll take a pay cut, because he's currently on over 100 grand, which obviously I can nowhere near afford 100 grand, but if he'll take a pay cut, then we might sign Borja Iglesias. Yeah, like I say, I'm not trying to give him stupid money, so I'm going to offer him 30. He may just walk out on this, to be fair. 30 and 300. Yeah, so they want a lot more than that. I don't have any more to offer them. There is also Marcus Alonso. However, I think now looking at his stats, the pace that he has just isn't for me. I did think maybe he could play centre back, but he's high-low, and at 32, retraining him is going to be a ball ache. So I think that's probably not going to be the one for me. So yeah, we'll just continue on. Unfortunately, we don't sign Borja Iglesias because he's on a lot more money than we can currently offer him. Celta Vigo, they currently sit 1 point above us in the table in 9th place. Actually, what I wanted to check quickly was to see what Alaves are currently on. They're still on 18 points, Valladolid on 19. See, the thing is, with us on 37, I think 37 is probably the minimum that we would need to be safe. So I feel slightly confident in the fact that I think we should be outside the realms of being able to be relegated now. It just kind of depends where we go from here. Modric manages to break through. Good ball into Danilo. Does control it. It's a good save by the keeper. Headband keeper. Don't know what his name is because I can't say it. I do. Headers it down. Heads it down into a very strange position, actually. Morelos gets to that header. I'm going to try and find Gyro here. He'll find Modric. Modric hits one. Oh, not far from Luka Modric, to be fair. Not far at all. Swapping every single episode, basically. Almost kind of glad we're not in that conversation. Gortler loses the ball to Morelos, which is less than ideal. Fernandez. Why do I keep calling him Fernandez? Francis does very well in there to intercept. Gortler. I'll try and switch this one to a Casas. Casas with a great ball to Modric. Modric completely gets under that one. I'm really, it's really distracting me that Servy's face is like melted onto his chest. I don't know what's going on with him, but something's going on, and it's actually making it very difficult to defend because I keep looking at it, wondering what the hell that is. Holy shit, what is going on there? Well, somehow that's managed to stay out. Don't know how, but yeah. Kind of not really, but, you know, a little bit. Gortler got the chance to unleash one. It's been a little while since we've seen Gortler actually put in a long range shot, but there you go. Finally, he actually does manage to put one in.
Well, here you can see what a good goal this is.
It's been a little while. We've had some opportunities with him in these areas, but hasn't quite managed to get him on target. But finally, after all this time, he does get that one on target. See, in the replay over there, you could see Servi and his face looked normal, but definitely when he's running, or when he was running, maybe it's reset now. No, can you see, like, I'll zoom in on it. Look, his head is gone. Where's his head gone? I literally can't defend this because it's distracting me so much. There was absolutely no chance he was scoring from there. I'm actually not 100% certain that Blanco actually touched that, you know. Alejandro Francis. He has been so big for us. Ah, Danilo, why are you making your run that early? Not quite the breakout season I thought Lucas Gortler was going to have. He's had an okay season. That's a good ball through to Gyro. Does manage to bring it down and does put us 2-0 up in the 38th. Massive 2 goal lead for us now going into half time. 38th minute. Hopefully if we don't concede before half time, that could be a big goal for us. Good run from Gyro. Managed to find him with Danilo, I believe it was. Maybe a little bit of a mistake from me there. Probably could have played that earlier. I just want this ball to go to Onguene. I don't even know who that's ended up coming off of, but it was almost a shot and might even count as a shot on target. We do go into half-time with a 2-0 lead, though. Obviously, 45 minutes still to play. But to be fair, we played alright in that half, so if we can mirror that half again, we'll be in with a good chance of getting that all-important 40 points from this game. I panicked there, to be honest. That's on me. Kolomuani has been a good hold-up player for them so far. Solari, Morelos, going to probably try and find this ball out to Servi, I'd imagine. As I predicted, he does go to Servi. But Ishmael Casas gets in there well. Modric. I think Danilo might just be offside. No, he's actually on. Danilo against Aidu. Danilo's touch again, though. Once again, Danilo's touch lets him down. If it's not one thing, it's the other. It's either Miranda can't find the pass, or it's a letdown of a touch. That's a good cross to the back post to Solari. He's going to find it back across. There's absolutely nothing you can do to stop that when they do that, to be honest. And now, 2-1. So I was talking about if we can mirror it. To be fair, I don't think we've done anything too wrong there. They find the ball out well, and then obviously the AI in those positions is always going to find those little passes across if they're there. So I actually don't think we've done too much. I don't think there's too much we can change about that goal to make it any better. Ishmael Casas has it here now. Alejandro Francis. Then go to Lucas Gortler. Blast one with Gortler. What a strike from Lucas Gortler. He's gone from not scoring for the last couple of games to scoring 2 absolute thunderbolts in this game. That is an absolute bang from Lucas Gortler into the top bins. Look at this strike. I thought we might as well line it up since they're giving us the space. And did he line it up? Jeez, look at that. What a strike, Lucas Gortler. Gets us our 2-goal buffer back once again. Kolomuani now trying to bring it forward from kickoff. Muchingama would have fouled him there, so Alfredo Morelos is going to immediately score for them, though. I kind of felt like that was coming because I couldn't get anywhere near the ball on Kolomuani there. Yeah, so I'm not really surprised they've just immediately gone and scored from kickoff. It's literally 3 passes and they're through. I thought Azpilicueta was going to come across, but doesn't. Alfredo Morelos cuts it back down to 1 straight away. Oh, Lucas Gortler gets close to another one. We're going to bring on Escudero here because we have got tiring legs in our fullbacks positions. Obviously, we get tired legs in our fullback positions because they are doing a lot of work up and down the pitch. Kolo Muani is now on this wing, which is very, very problematic because obviously he has the physical to handle most fullbacks. I don't know why every game now it does this to me. I obviously don't want to pass that ball there. David Miranda should be getting across to that one, to be fair. David Miranda? That's not his name. Lucas Gortler gets in on that one, though. I think that should be the end of the game, though. Muchangama's going to win it. It's a terrible touch from Muchangama, though. It will be the end of the game. We do hit that all-important 40-point mark. That's pretty huge, to be fair. That is pretty huge for us. We're going to go into the post-match interview because it's a big time. We need to talk about it. Games like that can't be good for your health. How are you feeling after that performance? We know defensively we've got to do better to control games towards the end, but look, we are currently living by the philosophy that if we can outscore any team, then we've got nothing to worry about. Again, another great attacking display from us, and to be fair, defensively, yeah, there were some errors. Yes, we allowed 2 goals when we probably shouldn't have. However, defensively, I still think we were okay in there. The experience of Azpilicueta alongside Jerome Onguene's raw agility and athleticism is a combination that we've relied heavily on this season, as well as Ruben Blanco in net. We know we need to control games, but I will still take a performance like that over a drab holding on for dear life or getting absolutely slapped performance. After 2 back-to-back losses, you bounce back with 2 back-to-back wins. That's got to feel good for you and your team, right? Yeah, look, I said to everyone that we knew there was a quality gap between us and Sociedad and Barca, like I said in the press conference before. But we were always confident that in games where our quality shines through in different ways and where we can really implement our performances and our plans, that we have as good a chance as any of the other teams in La Liga. You've seen it in the past 2 games now, that we can attack and be deadly whenever we want against these teams that are around our standard. Obviously, as we get better, as we progress, we're going to be better at facing the bigger name teams and hopefully start taking points off of them as well. Thanks for the questions, guys. Yeah, so you would have to say, to be fair, maybe you can offer the team, Luca. You'd have to say, I think we're probably safe from relegation now. I can't imagine Alaves getting more than 40 points this season. We are in 9th now. I mean, we can't really look towards potential European spots because Valencia are currently sat 14 points above us. So I don't think that's a possibility. But look, literally, Real Sociedad, the team we played, who were in first place when we played them, now sit in 4th, with Barcelona top by 1 point. But all the way down to Valencia, it's only a 4-point gap between La Liga titles and Conference League. That's what I meant to say. Europa Conference. Yeah, it's tough, but I think that should be us sealed in for La Liga football next season. So as much as I'm going to start simming a couple more games just so we can get through the rest of the season a bit quicker, I'll pick games out that I think are probably less important, because I think on 40 points historically you generally are safe in La Liga. But we got one more training session to do, or not one more training session to do, a bunch of training sessions to do, and then we have one more game is what I meant to say. So let's get into that. Yeah, so last game of the episode up against Villarreal. To be fair, I'm kind of tempted to sim this one. Alejandro Francis has climbed now. I think I will just quick sim this one just to see how we play in sims. We actually do win 3-2. Wissam Ben Yedder scoring 2. Danilo scoring 2 as well. Danilo scores very early. Miranda scores before half-time. Ben Yedder equalises things before Danilo wraps the game up. We actually won only having 3 shots on target. Pretty crazy from us, to be fair. But yeah, so we do get another 3 points on the board. Now on 43 points. I honestly do believe that we should be safe now. I will sim till the end of the month. Another transfer offer in for Ismail Casas. This is getting crazy now, the amount of transfer offers we're having in for this man. One thing I did want to check as well, just before we go ahead and sim to the end of the month, is I wanted to check what our current star rating is. We are sat at 4 stars right now, so that's not too bad, to be fair. We'd like to try and grow that to 4.5 maybe next season, but we'll do what we can. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly sim to the end of the month, get the next youth scout report up, and then yeah, we'll wrap up the episode there. Another Quintana loan offer coming in here. Like I said, I think I'm going to reject these for now because we don't know what the deal with him is going to be next season. Almost at the end of the month. We did have an international break, so it's taking a little bit of time, but we're almost there. Right, so we are finally here. End of the month. We do have youth scout reports now, so let's take a quick look at them. Don't think we've got anyone. Actually, I think I'm going to drop this guy because, to be honest, he doesn't quite have what it takes yet. And I don't think he's probably going to learn. I don't think we have anyone quite at the level that we would call up yet. So I think for now we'll leave the rest. 36 rated is not giving me a lot. Do you know what? We're just going to say goodbye to you right now. Because at 36 rated, I can't imagine you're going to find the kind of growth that I'd need to put you in the team. I'm also watching Juan Castro because he also looks like he may be getting dropped out. Let's see if we've got anyone to bring in. Doesn't look like it from the Algerian side. Besides from Zero, they've not really produced a lot from Algeria right now. He kind of looks okay. We did get this guy scattered away, which we're not really concerned about. He'll be left in. He's going to be rejected. Actually, there's a way to change view, isn't there? Yeah, this is the way we want to do it realistically. 76 to 94 potential, 775 K. Oh, 1.1 million here. Couple decent valuation guys coming through here. We're going to leave the rest in. But yeah, let's go take a look at those young men that we've just brought in there. So Danny Ortiz is a CDM centre back and central midfielder, medium low. Currently at 61 rated, which is not bad, to be fair. I think we'll... Did we continue training him as a CDM? I think actually I want to train him more as a central midfielder. For some reason it's going to take 75 weeks, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, we'll put him onto central midfielder training. Who was the other one that we brought in? There was one more. Another goalkeeper, unsurprisingly, at 1.1. Lucas Ray. So he will get the same training as Salazar. He's currently 2 ratings higher than Salazar, but a year older. Danny Ortiz probably going to be the next guy coming through in our youth ranks. Everyone else is going to get left. I know that guy there did look decent, but probably not going to be getting called up. Yeah, so we finished the episode in 9th place. Danilo up for Player of the Month potentially as well. Would be nice to get our first Player of the Month, to be fair. But yeah, as you can see, we finished the episode in 9th place. 43 points on the board. So you would have to say it's looking good for surviving relegation. Really now, it kind of leaves us in a point of limbo where we're not really playing for anything anymore. But we're basically just playing to see how high we can finish in our first league season in La Liga, to be fair. So I guess that it's just a pride thing from here out. I might give some of the youth lads a little bit of a run, like Zero and stuff like that, see if they can play. Maybe even that new lad, Danny, that we just called up. But yes, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to get notified about when the next episode is out. And I hope to see you in it. Peace.
I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games.